Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of A Big Fat Battle, where you can see a freaking full crew of my Cerberus Hounds. Everybody's there. It's been a while that we had everybody, and so it's just really nice to have this when we're going on a little adventure. But I'll leave this pleasure to my player when they'll do the recap, or I'll have the floating inspiration on my end. But for some announcement, well, we had a supernatural one-shot in the Fate Core system back Monday, and it will turn into a two-shot because we didn't finish it on time. But we had an invite that it was the DM Cravat, that was the BBEG of that session. And all my lady, because it was a ladies' night, all my players had pooped their pants, or partially, because he was my mentor to learn the fate system, so he prepared a good challenge for my players, since they have a veteran kind of character sheet, like level 15 of D&D, pretty much the equivalent. But stay tuned for the second shot that will be happening. I have to set up the schedule with Nick and the ladies. But next week, Insurrection, and well, that's pretty much it. Yep. No more announcements, so who among my players will have the guts to do the recap? Since our edgelord was not there, I guess it will not be him, but the floor is now yours, players.
As the elder of the group, I'll let the young ones go ahead of me.
As the only cat of the group, I'm gonna let the other ones go too.
I only have like 4 lines of notes, unfortunately. I was not a diligent note taker last time.
There was a three line somewhere else. So
Yeah.
if you max it up all together, I guess you can do something.
I was
I can
also
give-
so fucking confused for most of it.
It's true that you missed
can
the
give,
word before, so.
Yeah.
I can give the 3 info that I have. Maybe people will build around
Yeah,
it,
we
but
can like contribute.
yeah, like early on in the game, I think the first person to interact was Revna. Since we were having a walk around, me, Cave, and not Cave, but Portia, and Vess. While we were coming back, Revna was chilling around with Arendelle, who was practicing his magic. I don't remember where. And he just assaulted the wall in front of her, saying it was not voluntary. It was voluntary, but we all know it's just really bad.
Yeah.
And that's they had a discussion over that. So that's about what I had as info.
Yeah, I remember he rolled nat ones, didn't he? So like he badly missed or something.
Yeah.
So I made fun of him for it, and I was like, "Well, I can hit a target."
Yeah.
And then I magic missile because you can't miss with those. So get fucked.
I just find his nat 1 very relatable, but that's just me.
Yeah, I can too relate to that. Yeah, the other 3 had like a prisoner with them, like a half orc assassin. Is that
Yep.
correct?
Guard was his name, I think. That's what I had, actually. The dude from the clasp.
Yeah, and we were
Yep.
kind of like they brought him, and Revna was very confused about that, and we were all kind of like confused over what to do with them.
We
in the
asked
end-
some very friendly questions, and we tried to be understanding.
Oh yeah, and he had a
accommodating.
drawing from his kid, and I said the art was shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that. Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
We tried to find common ground. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um,
and we let him go in the end, but I planted a nail on him.
Nail.
Yep.
Yeah, like a fingernail.
He did say something to us about Astrid, that she was a Volt Strucker. I don't remember what he meant by that, but
That
she's a
they're like,
Volt.
I think it was like special force kind of deal.
Yeah.
Mm. And
And
then later, I remember scrying on him, and he was with a woman with a these are my notes. He was with
The
a
vision.
woman with a blonde ponytail, and there was a dead man. And then the half orc kills another woman and cuts the head off, which turns to stone. And then he wrote a message to the myriad about double crossing the clasp.
and
So
lastly, I think Portia also learned that the person he was looking for was on another continent. I think.
Yeah, all the way back in Amman.
Which is the capital
Amman.
of
Oh, shit.
Shaldore,
yeah,
Yeah.
that's far.
the other continent.
And that's all I have.
Well, that was pretty sum up of the recap, except that there was a friend of Vess that came at a certain point.
True. What's his name? I have it here. Hanselt, right?
Mm-hmm. A
Yeah.
really big people person. This
That
lovely gentleman.
basically he met with Astrid because I was like, handle your shit. And they had a discussion because like there was not like a lot of presents. I don't remember the gist of the conversation, but it was like that's what led to the mission.
Yeah. So let me complete all those lines from the sound of everywhere. Thank you, Ogan. I'll check out for the sound of here. Is it better, Ogan? Thank you. To say if it's better now. I'll just speak louder. So, Ansult, one of the Claret's Orders, that is an organization, an underground one, but since the government seemed to be already aware that Vess was kind of part of it by doing some emo craft at some point, you heard that some kind of monster was in the city of... Where is the city? Odeslow. It's just a bit north of the city of Rexentrum. And that's pretty much what was it. Astrid looked at Vess and said, "Do you want to investigate this?" Vess said, yeah. Well, you're in charge. You're leaving tomorrow morning. So Vess is the new team lead for the next mission. And that's pretty much where we left at the end of the session after Ari did it. It's better, but
Are
still
we-
lower than the players. Okay, I'm trying to manage something. Thank you.
Are we already there, or we're like preparing to go there?
You are actually before the long rest the night before.
Okay.
So you are still able to communicate some stuff and such. But one thing that I forgot, and Vess, you receive a D4 from Emily, a friend, that was on the game on Monday, playing Lola from Chambranville. Wait, what? One thing I forgot to say is tonight we're drinking the pale elf of with the taste of hibiscus in there. I think it's hibiscus in English too.
Yeah.
So, well, you'll have the recap of this little beer after the break, and you can see the link inside the chat for all the products you can find there. And for now, I really like it. We'll talk a bit more later. Anselt said that he would be coming up the morning after at 9 for leaving on the road, because this place is actually around maybe a day or two walking. So the night, when it comes, well, for this amount of time, Christoph, Kaiser,
Yes.
what would, since you leveled up a couple of sessions ago, mixed up your classes and such, what would Kaiser would have done during this full day?
I think I'm going to be boring and say that he will study the new things he just learned, I'd say, and develop his inner connection with the graviturgy, if it sounds correct.
Yeah, sounds good. So you went to either the library or not a training ground because you would have crossed Revna, but at some point you go back to your quarters. The night where you can see a crow that is floating in the middle of the room. At some point when you just see like Shroud moving his hand with the crow. And please, other players, describe what you would be doing in the quarters at dinner. Lewis bringing food all around. Start with Portia.
Portia will be very in a surprisingly good mood, all things considered. Borderline gregarious with her companions, enjoying her meal. Try to be like, oh, that was good what we did. Just doing small talk as if nothing is amiss for her.
Okay. And since Vess is not princess carrying someone right now, what would she be doing?
Honestly, she likely would have taken her food and went back to her room because she's like, I need to prepare for like this mission and I'm in charge, so I need to make sure that it runs smoothly.
Okay.
So she's gonna go in like strategic mode and basically plan shit out.
All right. And our dear Ravna.
Revna would have brought her food to go with her, and she would have eaten as she wandered the grounds, kind of like exploring the grounds some more, taking note of where things are located.
Okay.
So yeah, she would have like eaten anything that's like easy to eat on the go, like drumsticks or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably just a piece of drumstick. Just you're grabbing like a potato, hot potato that you can heat like an apple.
There you go.
So technically, there's Portia and Shroud in this.
And she bites into an onion like a sociopath.
When I'm sick, I do that. Yeah, I'm a psychopath. So, what? Well, Kaiser arrives with the bunch of everybody.
Hi.
Oh!
Oh, master, look at that! And I just like continue to play with my new friend. There's a black raven floating in the air, but like not flying, just floating. It's on my invisible magen, and I'm having him go around, and he's just chilling. Do you see my new friend? I called him Everlight.
Do you call it out loud Everlight, like in front of person that believes in Everlight?
Oh, well, do you believe in the Everlight?
That's not the question.
And you, Kave, also no? Well, I don't think so.
Who's Kave?
It's okay.
Oh, sorry, for sure.
It's all good. No, no, I can't say the Everlight is not to whom I do my prayers to.
Oh, so where's the answer? So I said it to nobody. Oh, but I need to ask Vess and Ravna. I also told the two of them. Yeah.
Anyway, I heard we were going on a mission tomorrow.
Yep. Yes,
Alright.
we have. I believe Vess would be the best person to answer your questions on that.
Do we have something to prepare?
Vess would be the best person to answer, to be honest. I've been a bit distracted today, but I assure you tomorrow I'll be in tip-top shape.
So what are you all doing right now?
Having dinner?
Talking with my raven?
Why aren't you preparing for tomorrow?
Oh. Well,
Oh.
I feel ready.
And going to bed on an empty stomach would be poor preparations, in my opinion.
And where is Vess?
I think she's in her room. I think. To be honest, I've been mostly in amazement at all the things Shroud has learned, and I have to say, I might have had my doubts at first, but you've proven to be quite the impressive teacher, Kaiser.
He's good.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll go find Vess and do something useful.
Oh, when you have a couple of minutes, I have a lot of tricks to show you, but not now.
Also, don't forget to take his plate with you. You don't want to prepare on an empty stomach.
I take a plate and I leave.
All right. Just here. Good. Well, the room of Vest is actually accessible from the place where you are right now in the main dining room, where all it leads. So, probably after a couple minutes, Vest, you hear a on your door.
Come in.
It's me.
Well, I figured it was not Shroud because it wasn't loud. I figured it was not Portia because it was not a polite knock, and I figured it was not Revna because it wasn't as loud as Shroud.
All right. Well, then, do you know why I'm here?
Probably because you've been told that we have a mission to prepare. So, and someone sent you my way, right?
All right. And then?
Well, as you can see, and when you look around, like there's thing plastered on the wall for like preparation shit. So she's got like diagram. So she actually looks organized. Like she's done that before. She's organized because she used to do mercenary work for people. So she's used to planning expedition and such.
I'm impressed.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not coming from you, so I'll take it as a compliment.
Do you need anything from me?
Well, I mean, get some rest because I don't know where you were for the whole day. But yeah, get some rest, eat, and prepare spells, whichever you think are really like relevant. So I'm guessing a mix of all you're able to do.
That's vague.
I do not know your capacity, and I'm not a mage.
All right. Do we have to prepare some special equipment?
No. I would like before we leave, however, that we do a quick stop by the market just so we can get her some essential supplies like perhaps potions or munitions and the likes.
All right.
I would say I just finished eating. I'm gonna go back and tell everyone to also prepare their bedrolls and stuff for taking the night out because we have more than one day of walking on the road.
And do we have to be discreet and disguise ourselves?
There's nothing that indicates such, but I would say if you have a disguise on hand, bring it. It's not gonna make a difference in how weighty your stuff is.
Where are we going exactly?
So Vivian doesn't remember, but Vess would know.
I'll just slow. I'll write it down in the chat in Foundry. And if you want to know stuff about it, well, Vess and Kaiser, you're mostly from the region of the Zemnian Fields, so you can give me a history check.
Oh my god, the first check!
First check of the game! For you, it's the first check in 3 months. No, a month and a half. So, 4? The only thing you know, Vess, is that Udderslow is a rural city. So it is mostly lumberjack stuff, and food. Also, a lot of fields to grow some crops and stuff. On your end, Kaiser, what you've heard from Adeslau is the same thing as Vaz. It is mostly rural, but the thing is that it's also a path where there's mostly traders. Because if you go, I'll activate the Exandria map. Here you go. Are you able to see the Exandria map?
It's 99%.
Okay.
Yes, I see.
Okay. So you go over here. Oh, I added an S to the city. It is not proper there.
Yes, we're at Rixenberg.
Rixentrum, where you are right now, and Otterslow is the city just up north there. But it's also the only settlement before besides Steel, so a lot of people are grabbing resources directly from there if they are to travel into the Dunrock Mountains or either in the Pearl Blow Wilderness. So this is the last point of civilization, except that there could be like some inn during the road where everything seems to be at a proper place when you want to settle down for a night. Otterslow have some past that some spirit would be protecting the city. No, not protecting, but people from the city make offerings on the shore to ease the spirit. So everything at the lake, like when people go fishing or the crops turn bad, it's a local knowledge that they're trying to do so to appease the spirit and the spirit to let everything be in peace for the region. Government like, since you rolled a 22,
I'm a genius.
The resource, like I said, is mostly the food that they are providing for most of the Crown's Guard and the Righteous Brand, that is the military of the Dwendalian Empire, and mostly fish and lumber, since they are at the quadrant. Let me just bring the stream over there also, since all the point of water over there is located. They have a pretty good commerce type. And that's pretty much what you know about Otterslow. So having a monster in this kind of settlement, or something weird happening, it is odd that it would be happening.
Ah, yes, I know the place. It's a boring city. Really stop for people walking around. A lot of fish and stuff. It's odd though that there's a monster there, considering there's like myth around this city with spirit protecting it. Might be related though.
Could be. In that case, I don't know if either of you people know things about spirit. I mean, that's not my area of expertise, but
Well, it could be simple folklore, you know, people believing in fairies and milk.
I mean, ghost I can handle, spirit. Yeah.
I guess we'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well then, enjoy your planning. Good night.
Night.
And I leave her the plate I made for myself from Portia.
Yeah. Your plate.
It's for you.
Oh, thanks.
And I go make myself another one.
Perfect.
But I don't speak at the table. I just go there and then sit.
Perfect.
And
So he's back with us.
Yes.
Oh, I see you're going for seconds.
It's good.
Can I show you my new tricks, Master?
Does it involve the Everlight?
No, I'm no. If you check, I just dropped him there. He's chilling now,
Go
and I
ahead.
actually you won't see the trick, but it's really fun. And I just cast my mage end, which is kind of invisible. Ah, ah, no, it's not working. Wait, I'm gonna try again. I don't. Um,
I
I
put
was
my hand on my dagger to be sure you don't steal it again.
I was sure I had the trick for it. Now it doesn't work anymore. And at the same time that I'm saying that, I just poke him in the side with my mage hand. No, I know it's not working at all. And yeah.
Did you? You can make it invisible.
What are you saying?
Nothing. Good job.
And that insight Portia was for?
Just if she's having a read of what's going on, more or less.
Okay.
She's just going, Louis, another tea, please. Yes. Oh, and some cookies, yeah.
Okay, anyway, Master, I failed. I'm failed. So sorry for bothering you. And I poke him again.
No. I think I just like dropped by surprise something I was holding. Fuck.
Like your second plate of food?
No, just like the fork with food on it. Magic is not a toy.
And the narrative camera turns to Rev now. As Ari will also roll me a d6, please.
Ooh.
2. All right. You went to the training ground earlier today, and when you go past this place again, you see someone who's training. Even like if it's the sunset and the sun is already really low and only a brink of light still happening outside. Some torches are magically lit around, and you see something that you are able to do on your own too. It seems to be eldritch blasts that are being thrown on some creatures. Well, are you able to do eldritch blast?
No, I'm not.
No, no.
I was
Well,
like, hang on.
Since you're
please.
one of the only
Perfect.
people that knows this kind of magic, you know that what the origin of this thing, but even if you don't, channel it yourself. My bad. I like, no, she mindslaver things.
Like every
Oh,
person.
I'm a sorcerer.
True, true. But you've seen these from where you're from.
Well, didn't I also see what's his face cast that by the past?
What's his face? Yes,
Yeah, the dude with the
Mordai.
horns.
You've seen, yes.
Or did I? Yeah. Okay.
But when you come a bit closer, it is another tiefling. You've seen, at the far distance, you've seen someone with horns. So you said like, oh, is this guy again? And when you come closer, the skin is real. Not to say the skin is really purple and black, and there's seem to have some golden tattoos going down his neck, but he mostly have dark red and dark turquoise color of his outfit.
Does he, do they look like they're wearing fancy clothing?
Well, the more you look at it, the more you see the same color theme as Kaiser.
Okay. Um. And has this person noticed me at all?
He doesn't seem to be paying attention to his vicinity.
Okay. So can I hide like behind a wall or something? Like, is there someplace I can hide behind?
You can make a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. 16.
16. His passive. Okay. So, you are in a far distance, and you see that he's throwing these Eldritch Blasts on the target. And this guy seems to be pretty efficient. You see that every time he casts it, two rays comes out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna practice some of my magic too. So still hidden. Can I cast Presto
Mm-hmm.
and send like the stankiest fart smell I can towards him?
Yeah, sure.
Since I can conjure up an odor with my spell. Yeah.
You just have a and you just swoosh in this direction, and he throws, and he looks around, and now he actively searching around him.
I would have like peeked around the corner and then, ducked back if I saw that they were looking around him.
And I rolled another natural one. Good. So, you dart back, and it is pretty nice. You did it right on time, and he's just like, you just go back to whatever he was doing. You see that he have a wand, and that's what he throws his Eldritch Blast with, and he just continue training. And contrary to the elven man you've seen earlier today, he's hitting his target. But one
yes,
element.
go ahead.
When he throws his Eldritch Blast. Oh, Kip is making me re-roll, so let's see if let's see if I rolled it too. Thanks.
Better.
Kip,
It's
won't
better.
Be happening.
200% increase.
Thank you. So we just go back to throwing some other attacks, and you see that some of the dummies are pushed back, and from what he had when he casts a spell, his golden tattoo turns bright, and at some point.
Is he wearing like some kind of cloak or coat or long garment?
He have a long cloak that he have, yes.
So next time I see him prepare to like cast a spell, can I use Presto again to blow a gust of wind to like flip his cloak over his head?
Sure. I'll roll with disadvantage.
I'm practicing.
And at disadvantage. Okay, he still hit the dummy. So you just see that with his wand, and just right above his head, he just barely see what he was doing, and he still have a line of sight. And then after, he just, all right, this is not funny. Show yourself. First, the fart. And now, that could be evident dangerous. I could have hurt someone.
I'm gonna send another gust of wind his way to like flip his cloak again.
Now, he's going to do it, and from what it's where you're hidden behind a wall, and Presto is like 30 feet. So you're pretty close, and you're the only place where someone could be hidden. So you see that when you're doing this, he's walking towards the wall where you're hiding. And at some point, you just, okay, that's enough. And he's walking even faster towards you.
He can just probably hear like some like muffled giggling coming from where I'm at.
Cool. And when he channeled some energy, you see that the two tattoos, they burn gold and then and they turn into two little like golden snitch in Harry Potter. It just turned to two small light balls and just and it's swirling around him and he's ready to throw. And he's like, a freaking student.
Come on, you gotta admit that was funny and that you're not mad. And I'm casting suggestion using a sorcery point to make it
Subtle?
what's the name? Subtle. Yes.
All right. Here. Okay, so cast your spell, please. So I'll have the DC.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Oh, I'm proficient. Okay.
Yeah. If he's a warlock, he's proficient, but
I didn't roll
okay.
like piss this time. So with the material, you have a snake tongue and either a bit of honeycomb and drop of sweet oil, but you
I have an arcane focus, so
yeah. So you have your like you have it was an orb.
it's
was
a
it?
necklace.
Necklace.
Yeah.
So you're just grabbing it and he's like, well, it was actually kind of funny, but like I said, it's pretty dangerous when there's people that could be hurt with what kind of spell I'm throwing at.
Well, look at it this way. When in battle, you'll most likely be faced with unexpected conditions such as weird smells and sudden gusts of wind. So this is just to prepare yourself better for those kinds of situations.
I don't need field training.
Well, I'm just saying, you're doing a pretty good job at hitting those dummies, but they're not moving, and you're not in the field. So when you are, things might be different.
Want to be my moving target?
That could be fun. Sure, I don't really have anything better to do. I mean, yeah, we've got a mission tomorrow morning, but I'm not tired, so.
Mission, so you're not one of the students of the Sorceress Academy. Let me guess, you're one of the bunch of the recruits.
Yeah.
All right. I'm fine with that. At least, I hope you're doing more than just some kind of magic tricks like this.
I mean, why would I reveal my secrets to you if we're about to face off, you know?
It was a joke.
Okay, you are funny.
I won't be fixing off a student inside the middle of the grounds without any medic around or things like that. But, good luck. And see, I didn't forget to make the inspiration. I didn't make them with the the pictures and all. So I'm gonna have 2d4 of
Okay.
of DDM. Sorry, I was talking with the accent there. From which tower are you from?
Lady Astrid's? I don't really know. I wasn't really paying attention. But we answer to her, so I'll assume that's the tower I'm from. Yeah.
Okay. So you're with the armored drow, right?
Maybe.
Okay. You're going on a mission? Is he in your team?
Maybe.
All right. If you can tell me how you've done during his mission, would be really
Okay.
appreciated.
Well, he does have a bit of a stick up his ass, but you know, he's
Yes.
competent enough. Do you know him? It kind of
Heard
seems
about.
like you do, yeah.
But keep it a secret between us. Okay? Cool.
That you know him?
No, about the request I made to you.
Oh, that I keep an eye on him. Yeah, sure.
Not an eye on
Why?
him. If he dies, that's because he was not skillful enough.
Oh, that's cold. So
So,
you do know him.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Yes. But he doesn't know me, and I want to keep it that way.
Oh. Oh my gosh, are you his stalker?
No.
Well, if you know him and he doesn't know you, then, I mean, that's kind of weird.
No, that's the cat.
Oh, yeah, the cat does kind of stalk him, I guess.
Yes.
Huh. But, I mean, at least he knows about Shroud. And you're saying that he doesn't know about you, so...
I can memory wipe you right now if you want.
You
So
could
is it a deal or
try.
not?
Okay, I won't say anything, but still kind of sus.
Are you lying about it? That's out of game. Because I'll make my
Yeah,
inside check.
I am.
I can inside check you
Here's
too,
the
people.
yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. She would keep it a secret, but she might change her mind further down the road. So I'm kind of like,
So right now, she honestly believed that she'll keep her mouth shut.
yeah. For now, like she doesn't. She's curious to see like what this is about, so she won't say anything for now.
If you keep it a secret, I'll manage to get one of those for you. And he showed a wand.
Why would I want to stick?
Would be better for your spells. And
Why?
he sheeted. It's an upgraded Arcane Focus.
In what way?
I don't have time to answer your question. I have to go.
Well, do you have any other guarantee that you can give me in exchange for my silence?
What kind of things you'd like?
I mean, if you come across any interesting magical items,
What,
save
I'm
one for
already
me.
talking about a wand. I won't trade it for secrets. If he learns about me, it's just going to be bad for you too.
Why?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit! I'm just like, okay, keep talking, dude. Wisdom save.
Natural 20. Hot damn. And you see that he's using a magic item at his belt. And you just see that he's twitch a circle. And pretty quickly, and you're really dizzy for a second. Dizzy meaning like you have a really big headache.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an Arcana check. Oh, you're not. I thought
11.
sorcerer, but yeah.
Arcana check for intelligence. I am.
I know, but proficiencies,
I'm clever, not smart.
You know this. Let me just check what type of school it was.
Not book smart. That's what I want to say.
Blood smart. You know that it is a mid-level circle spell of enchantment that you suffered.
She kind of like tries to blink the headache away.
And you
She
see
has-
that like it blinks a bit red, and he like, didn't work.
So
I'll
can
be
I
back
have
tomorrow.
that instead?
Huh?
So can I have that?
and she points to the thing at his belt.
Instead, if I keep your secret,
If you keep my secret, I'll think about it.
Can I insight check him?
Yes.
I really want his thing. 8. I'm still.
Seem an honest deal. Like he doesn't have any twitch. Like he's being playful like you are. So he just reflect the vibe that you're going.
Okay. And she kind of like takes another look at him, like does the up and down thing with her eyes, even though like her eyes are entirely black, so it doesn't even like look like she's sizing him up.
and she goes like, you're funny. I'll keep an eye on you too.
All right. And he leaves. Just start to walk. And after a few seconds, you smell like a really bad smell. Like someone would have farted. And your little
Well
cloak
played.
just. And that's pretty much what you encounter. You go into the vicinity of the of all the tower around, and you know your way around pretty quickly around here. It's not the first time you're doing it, so. So let's fast forward to the morning afterwards.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Would you let me? I wake them at 6.
you're what?
I'm gonna wake them, all of them, at 6.
In the morning?
Yes.
Okay, so you slept early. I invite all of you to click on long rest. Kaiser, if you want to prepare some other spells, let me know. I'll import your sheet from D&D Beyond.
That's fine. I'll keep those I have right now.
All right.
I do believe I have Bless anyway.
Okay.
Yes, I'm fine.
So, the morning after, at 6, you know that the meeting is at 9. So, what are you prepping at 6 in the morning, Vess?
At 6 in the morning, I'm basically, I'm gonna go to the market, do a few purchase. So I want to take some advance, and then at 7 or 8, like depending how long it takes, I'm gonna wake them so they're not like sleepy at the fucking meeting. They're good. I mean, I let them sleep in. As a guard, I didn't have that luxury. I'm being nice.
That's true. So, at the time that Vess says, she's waking everybody up. And you have some meal, and you have some rations that you have that has been brought up by Louis. Since you're going on a mission, you have technically 2-day travel. So you have one ration per day, and for the day you're there, they're going to think that it's going to be at your own expense. So 4 ration each, because you would have to come back, and for any purchase, do you guys want to role play the scene, or you just want to buy your stuff and going now on the road?
I personally would opt for the purchase and skip.
Yeah, we can skip on role playing like shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Perfect. So the meeting at 9 comes quickly with all the preps, and you've been a bit too easy on the traveling part where you were teleported for your first trials, and now you have to face the harsh way of walking. I know, Grandma. I know. So, at the beginning, at 9, there's the gentleman that I've shown earlier, Ansalt. That is, let me just click back on this little image so I can show people at home here. And now that he's not in the office with an archmage, he seems more comfortable and rested. Yes, because interacting with yourself is really funny with in stream.
We're having you.
Yeah. So you have Ansel that comes in.
All right.
And he's looked like you've been just awake like 20 minutes ago.
I should have come to wake you up as well.
And that's why I haven't told you where I'm staying.
I could have figured it out.
Nah. You don't
Yeah.
have the money to go where I go.
Well, I'm not a little princess, so.
Prince, please.
No, princess.
Whatever. So, nice to officially meet you all. I'm Ansalt, and we have been traveling partner of Vess for past week, such, right before your trial thingy. And, well, do they know?
Do they what? Oh, know what Astrid guessed?
Yeah.
Sorta. Not really. Does it
Okay.
matter?
Nah. So, we're going to Odislow. Not rumors, we have confirmed that people died from animal attacks. Meaning that it would be more beast creature or such. But we have to investigate, and I asked your mentor just some help for the investigation in case it's not an only one-man job. Vass accepted to be the one in charge of your mission for your organization of the Cerberus Assembly. And seems that you've been assigned to follow her orders. Am I right?
Yeah, well, follow orders is a little loose. It's not as organized as that, but
I thought it was a military thingy. No? No, it's a magocracy, so it's like I can cast big spells, so I have importance. Is that it?
I don't know. I don't cast spells.
Sure.
It
So
feels like
you want our help, or you want to insult us?
He doesn't want to insult you. He's just got sucky people skills. Something you should relate to, Kaiser.
Nah, little.
Although you're getting better, he's still got ways to go.
I'm not insulting the Cerberus Assembly. I wouldn't have asked for help in being insulting to them. It's just that when your chain of command is made of people who have studied much or doing the most potent magic, when actually someone with enchantment skills could just control everybody, it just seems scary.
Enchantment is scary.
I really love free will, so, but I don't think your controller or such, or something like people skills. I think Revna saw what my skills were in the office when I talked. Whatever.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying, so.
Cool.
So I guess we'll be walking in silence then.
honestly, if we do that, that's going to be painfully long. We have between 1 day and 2 days of walking. Talking of that, I'm going to expect all of you packing, just to make sure you've packed intelligently as a way to reduce your loads. Because, well, we don't have anything to carry your stuff. So that means we need to pack light and smart.
All right.
Portia is wearing like very fashionable hiking gear. Like, yeah, we're going on a nice walk. The boots are on point. It's like she went and got herself her fanciest outdoor clothing. Then you see her backpack is really off balance and overloaded. She can dress for the occasion, but she has not much experience in the subject.
Revna's just wearing the same clothes she usually wears, and she has like a little backpack prepared, but that's it. Like, she looks no different than she usually does, honestly.
She just has a backpack.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean,
If-
I have these clothes, and I have this backpack with rations, and
Do you have a
potions.
bedroll?
Yeah,
Okay, water. You have a water skin?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have other clothes?
No, I just use magic to clean these.
Yeah. Alright.
Hey,
Why,
it
ugh?
works, Vast. It works.
It still sounds really gross.
And I'm just gonna send a Presto her way to clean all of her clothes and like her armor and shine it to perfection, because you can do that with prestidigitation.
I
With a nice little clean linen smell.
cleaned those.
Well, now they're even cleaner.
Not enough.
And armor shouldn't be shiny, then you're like a beacon of light.
I can just throw mud at you on the road if you want it dirty.
It's fine. And you see she's not super comfortable, you casted a spell on her.
Shroud, do you even have a backpack?
I have a ton of stuff actually. I have a raven hat, and I have my backpack full of everything I can possess. And I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I still have the loot of the group, but anyway.
Probably. Damn, all those D4 to the DM. I'm gonna be filled with that.
Actually, I can cast Presto to just soil her armor again.
Ooh.
No, it's fine. So like she's just gonna quickly balance the backpack to make sure like they're as
Easy traveling.
yeah, exactly. So she basically does a encumbrance check.
Yeah. But when you go to Kaiser, I guess that it's already pretty neat and pretty calculated.
That
Yes.
was my guess.
Yeah.
It is.
She looks at it, she's like, excellent.
And actually, Portia, let me help you with your bag.
Oh yeah, thank you.
And I use my knowledge of graviturgy to off the weight of your bag.
Portia was like this. It's like, oh, that feels good. I thought I really slept poorly last night. I did like take advantage a bit because I didn't have to sleep as much as you folks. Well, I didn't sleep, but still. Let me just grab it, and she reaches behind and pulls a little tin. There's like, I might have made some cookies with Louis for the walk.
I'll take one, actually.
Here you go.
And I know you made a suggestion of going in silence, but I could talk to you about the last monster I hunted. It was a vampire spawn.
Does it concern the mission we have to do?
Depends. If it's a vampire spawn, maybe.
Where the attack at night?
I don't know. That's why we investigate.
I mean, from what I know, which is very little, they have claws, right?
Yeah.
And fangs.
Could be relevant.
I
Could
don't
also
know.
be not relevant at all.
I will behind. I'll let you handle this new information.
Okay.
Well, that's you're in charge, so we'll listen to whatever you're saying. Unless it's stupid, then we'll disregard that. But
Hopefully.
I trust you're smart enough, so
Anyway, if you want to hear something really intelligent, just let me speak.
it's true. Shroud is the voice of reason.
I know,
don't know
right?
which reason, but
All right, we'll let Shroud talk then.
Oh yeah, no problem. I've learned a new trick also to Everlight. Want to see it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Sure.
yes, 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 yes.
And I just take my raven down on my end and I whisper something in his ear. And he's like, Kaiser! 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 And he just repeat Kaiser nonstop, but with a really low tone.
Kaiser! Kaiser!
Wow, that's a really good trick.
That's
I
what I
do
was
wish-
saying about intelligent stuff.
I do wish silence was the mantra for the mission.
you know what? I think I might actually start to agree.
Oh, Shroud, what if you taught Everlight to say silence? That way silence can be the mantra of this mission,
That was not.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
Does it stay manifested all the time?
looks like.
So,
I mean, I think familiars, if I remember, find familiar, it's until you dismiss it or
Yep,
it
exactly.
gets killed, right? So, yeah.
let's start walking, all right?
And you see that he just put his lantern on his staff. It is glowing the red that is doing that you see on the image, and he's walking in front.
Quick question before we go forward, since we kind of like skipped over the shopping part. Could I have bought some potions?
Yes, the price is at 50 gold minus 10% for the Cerberus assembly.
So
45?
minus 5, so 45.
Yep.
Okay. I'll buy.
Yeah, we would
I'll buy
need-
2.
There is a total of 8 potions.
I have like 15 gold, which doesn't seem great.
No, because I have 205. We did get paid previously,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I think I didn't keep track of that.
yeah,
Yes.
I'll buy 2 potions.
They're a potion of minor healing? Lesser healing? Okay.
2d4
gonna buy
plus
2 as
2,
well.
and if you take it as a standard action, you heal the full amount instead of if you use the bonus.
So,
Oh my gosh. I
So
have to
while you're
remember.
buying your stuff, I
Yeah.
guess will be a good time to just do a quick break, and we'll be back in around 10 to 15 minutes, peeps. Be right back after these messages. And we're back, everybody, to this game of Critical Role. I don't know what I'm speaking like Jorah, the conscriptor, but whatever. Because, anyway,
We are actually talking about the pale elf, the hibiscus one, the 4.5 beer of the Domaine Bertillon, where actually tomorrow there's gonna be a night out for the launch of one of our player, Nick, in the Insurrection game, the Verena, the Glorious. Yeah, in English would be Glorious. So let me just tone it down because I'm also paining my ears with the really high pitch one. So for this one, I'm a fan of light beer, and with this little sour taste from the hibiscus, it's one of my good favorites. But I can't wait to try the Verena that is a imperial red. That is really tasty, as I've heard, but I haven't drank it myself. So probably on the 29th, we'll see with that. But from my taste, it is one of my favorites, and well, the image is pretty much like the pale normal one without hibiscus, but this little touch is right on point. And I will ask my fellow players on how they like it for, in one sentence, Portia, Keve, how do you like it?
It's in the same vein as white beers. It's really easy to drink. Like I was surprised how far I got because I'm a slow drinker. Today I don't have much of a sense of smell, so I won't be as detailed. I drink it well. It has a nice little like bitter sour taste going on, but it's an easy drink. And what more do I want?
All right, and let's go with our Ravana or Ari. How you like it?
Hello. I really like it overall, but I will admit that I am slightly disappointed because I was expecting more of a hibiscus taste because I do like hibiscus beer, and on that regard I find it a little disappointing, but it's still, easy to drink and tasty. So
Maybe it's because we had it for a while also.
maybe I don't know.
But
But
technically, with the fermentation back in, it should not lose the taste. But
Fermentation doesn't happen in the can. It won't change the taste
it
of
can.
the,
No, it's
like,
only
Yeah.
bottle. For
yeah, it's in the barrel that will change. In the can, it's slightly different, like between the barrel, but you won't notice a change in like 3 months. It will take a lot of time.
Okay. Thank you for the update.
anyway, but yeah, TLDR, just a little disappointed because I was expecting more hibiscus, but overall, still a very good beer.
Well, you were politely saying that you were a sucker for the really hard taste, like for the ginger one, and for that you were expecting a bit more, but it was still good. And let's follow up with Vass. How do you like this hibiscus one?
Kind of following on I liked it. Expected more hibiscus. And like it's good, but I expected a little more sour, less bitter.
Okay. And Shroudy boy, I know you're not a pale.
No,
I like
white beer
Schwarzwald.
are not my type at all. But this one doesn't change that fact. I still don't like them. No, I don't really like it. I do enjoy drinking it, but I wouldn't go to the shop
Yeah.
to buy one. Actually, it's not my first pick. Like the others, I was expecting more hibiscus in it, but anyway,
Mhm.
it's a good product, I guess, for those who like this kind of beer. So yeah,
And,
I'm more eager for tomorrow, where I'm gonna try their new Verena beer. That's something I'm probably gonna like.
And you can go on the page. I shared the event on the Facebook page. And let's end up with Christoph. How did you like this little one?
Not very much. I'm not a fan of those kind of beer, and I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not a bit
sorry.
for everybody. I understand. I know. Well, if you were invited to the event on the 29th also for the Epic Fumble Gathering,
if you're available, but I think you have the banquet. When is it? I don't remember. When
The
is your banquet?
23rd.
23rd? Okay. So the week after.
I check my agenda.
So we'll check on for the lift, ride, or whatever. We're going there because we're going into Bertium, and there's a couple of IPA probably you like there.
Finally! Where were they?
Over there. That's where we're going. So
That was for the Domaine Bertium, and we'll enjoy. Like I said, on the 29th, we'll have probably a new batch of beer. We'll be doing the comments, and our friends are going back on the road. Well, going back first time on the road because every single time they were teleported to where they needed. But now going straight to Exundria inside right there, Rexcentrum. We go to Odeslo, and it is a 2 days walk. Ensolt is open to discuss if any question comes up or such, like things like that. But if you don't poke him out, you won't bother because some of you seem to want to stay for the silence treatment for the for the ride. So, does anyone want to do something during the travel on the first day?
I make sure everybody has snacks, granola, little nuts, cookies.
All right.
Hmm.
And let me roll here. Vess, please roll me a d10. All right, for a 2. While you are on the road, Ansalt is mostly leading the way since you've already been back there. There's people traveling because, like I said, Rexcentrum is one of the biggest city into the Dwindling Empire, the capital of the Zemnian field also, and Odeslo being from what Kaiser said, the boring city, mostly.
Stand by my ground.
You see a lot of carts that is pulled by a lot of horses, especially with really large pieces with large trees in it for construction purposes, mostly. I will. Ask you for a perception check.
Who? All of us?
For Vess,
Okay. Sorry.
since she's the one who rolled 6. All right. You don't pay up pretty attention to the shipment itself. You just watching this. The shipment seems to have solid guards, maybe like 4 guards for something that is a 2-day travel. So it is not small purpose to do so, and they're not.
That's expensive.
They're not. How can I say? They're not lightly geared. Like mostly medium and heavy armor.
Okay, for what looks like lumber, basically.
Well, it's still a really large resource for construction purposes since Odeslo is known for that. You know that most of the stuff coming out of there would be escorted at least to Rexcentrum to be sure for sending there.
Yeah. But does it seems to me that like 4 guards armed the way they are is a little excessive?
A little overboard, but maybe just someone who have a lot of money.
Okay. I know I sucked at my perception check, but do they carry like a specific banner or like heraldics?
Since you're a guard, I won't ask for a check for it. They are having mostly plate mail armor on. One of them have a plate mail on, and the symbol is small. Let me just check. Looks like an owl on a that seems to be on a crown that is going like this, and you recognize pretty quickly that it is the righteous brand. That is the military forces of the dwindling empire. So these guys are 4 militaries.
Okay, escorting lumber.
Yep.
Someone
like
has
I said,
a
it's
lot.
a really large shipment. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of them. Like there's 4 wagon filled up with like pulled by 4 horses each.
But someone has a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because that's not cheap.
To pay for military? Nope.
Okay. I'm just gonna like subtly nudge Ansel since he's at front to like push him, like have a look at the shipment and like the guards.
You're a carpenter now?
No, don't you think that's like who do you think has that sort of money?
People close to the city.
That's military for lumber.
How much you were paid?
Not military salary, that's for sure.
I guess.
Never mind.
All right.
And you see that he fix the shipment when it passed by, and he just and one of the guards just looking down at him is like, "What the hell you want?"
Okay, sorry, my lord. I'm just watching. It's really good wood that you have there. I'm a carpenter myself.
The guy is really not like,
But have a good day.
yeah.
Can I send a fart smell into the guy's helmet?
Yeah, sure.
What the fetish? I don't understand.
I'm also 12 years old mentally. That's why.
That explains a lot.
It's like, what the fuck? Okay. And Robert,
Portia's
is that
gonna-
you?
Portia's gonna take a step away from the guard passing in front of him. Like, oh, no, that's disgusting.
You smell that too? Ugh.
And when the wagon's been passed a bit, like,
I think the second card was camouflaged. Like,
Like they were-
there's the thing, but I've seen a really small handle at the back of the cart.
Okay, so they were carrying something hidden within the lumber.
Yep. Looks like it.
I have a question. Considering that Portia has a bit of a guild merchant background, artisan, she might be a bit more knowledgeable about, well, trade and commerce in Rixentrum. Would there have been telltale signs about like who the buyer might have been or who might have hired these folks?
Give me an history check so I can give you more details. But I'll give you some info, base info about it.
I got a whopping 12.
12 still good. People forget that 12 is a medium check in D&D. So for 12, you have from who the buyer would be. You wouldn't know because most of the rich quarters, rich part of the city seems to be pretty good to handle themselves about that. But from which company maybe it would be working in Odyslow, you know that some of them, and they usually have the brand on the cart.
Mhm.
And
This one doesn't have it.
doesn't seem to have one.
Portia's gonna observe that. It's like, that's curious. Usually, the merchants tend to show off their wares with a little branding. Nothing of the sort here. I think
Do
you're
we-
onto something.
Do we perhaps have a way to send a message to the city? Because like we can't diverge from our mission, but I still think that might be a little suspicious.
Well, do you want a way to look into it without them knowing?
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Okay, be right back.
And I'm gonna head in the direction of the cart.
All right. So, are you doing it stealthily?
No.
Okay. So you're going towards the cart.
hmm
What are you doing?
Well, I would like to again rip a fingernail off and plant it on the cart, or plant it on one of the guards, maybe.
Okay. One thing, when you are about 10 feet and since you cross their path, you cannot approach 15 feet from them, and they're like,
Please move along. Go back on your way.
Oh, but you dropped this gold piece and you're not going to question me about it because you totally remember dropping the gold piece, and I'm going to cast suggestion again.
with the meta magic or not?
Yeah, subtle spell.
Okay. So, with that, you roll give me casting your spell, and I'll be doing DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. Here.
Come on, send some good vibes. Send.
And I
some-
rolled a 10.
Hell yeah!
But one thing, I have 3d4s, so I'll try to roll one.
No.
And I rolled a 4.
Oh,
But this guy is not proficient in arcana or whatever things that happens. So it's like,
I don't care about that gold piece. Keep it. Now move aside.
and he's at the point, even when if you seem to come closer, you have a hand on his spear.
okay, so I wouldn't be able to get close enough.
Nope. But if you would like, you would be 10 feet away from him because it would have reach.
Okay.
So you could try to throw it.
Yeah,
But you would
I'll
have to obtain a really high difficulty to set it up.
Yeah.
And from
I'll
what
still
you've seen, you're supposed to see from where the thing is, not necessarily the person who wears it.
Yeah, I know. I'll try. There's nothing to lose at this point, so.
All right. So give me a dexterity check.
Do you want a straight dexterity check? Or like a skill?
Yes, because you're trying to just fling the nail, I guess.
Oh, 9.
9. So you're just like you removed your nail, and you while you were going close and like just doing subtly, and
We have 2 floating.
there's 2 floating.
Just saying.
Okay. Well, is the consensus? I mean, are you all good with me using one of the floatings for this? Cool. So I'll re-roll. 16.
Okay. 16 succeeds. You fling it in the cart, but the cart that seems to be suspicious from Hansel says was the one in the middle, and this one you cannot reach. You either can reach a third one or the guard that you're talking with.
Whichever at this point, since none of those are the suspicious one. But
Okay, so
I'll go with the one that's guarded by the guard I'm talking to.
for the cart.
Yeah.
Okay. You flinged it inside there while you were approaching, and at some point you're just like,
Okay.
No. Okay, move back now.
All
and
right.
he pointed spear at you, and he's like,
Jeez, I was just trying to be nice.
And I'll turn around and walk back to the rest of the group.
Ansel just lay down to Portia. He's like,
Is this always like that?
Actually, she's being quite reserved right now.
Okay. So it works?
So, well, not as well as I wanted it to, but I'll have a way to scry on them. And if how long do we think it'll take for them to reach their destination? Would you know, Portia? You seem to kind of have insight into how these things work.
well, you're maybe like 4 hours before the city, so you're probably not gonna wait till nightfall to go there. So with the horses and such, you should be arrive by nightfall.
Tonight
Well, I
should
mean-
be a good time.
Okay. Yeah, so I can check on it tonight then.
Without me, princess, carrying you.
Well, if we're stopped and, we're not I don't have to do anything other than look into that, then yeah, no, you won't need to princess carry me. Though it was very nice.
So, with that was the place you were encountering for the day, and you are setting up camp for a day on the side of the road. It's like,
So you want to be next to the road, further? People are scared of bandits sometimes, stuff like that.
Well, my guess would be right next to the road is too easy to reach. However, too deep would mean we have less path of escape if we get surrounded. So,
And being looking
in the middle.
suspicious.
Hmm?
And looking suspicious.
yeah, well, that too.
Well, we are, but well,
We are the perfect picture of not suspicious at all.
you look at your armored.
That was sarcasm.
People skills.
Oh, that's right. You wanted it dirty again, and I'm just gonna grab
No.
full of dirt and
It's fine. I'll do
Oh.
it myself.
Did it grow on you? Oh, I thought it grew on you. Okay, never mind. And I'm just gonna give Vess both handfuls of dirt I have into her hands.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
But if you're able to see anything, Revna, I can send a word to your boss.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should look into that. It's a good time.
Well,
I-
for the shipment, but
We should also establish guard turn because as much as I like to do my job, I cannot stay awake the whole night.
Oh, I don't mind looking over you while you sleep.
That sounded a little weird. But I appreciate the intent. I'm sure it was meant with a lot of care and love, Portia.
Oh, of course.
well, I can keep my part of the watch. We're six, so
Yeah, we can split the watch.
Well, I mean, don't need to split it in like 6. We can just split it in 3 and do a rotation whenever the next night.
who want to have their beauty sleep?
Well, it's more like if we're not rested, all of us that are wearing armor, that's not good, for starter.
You're sleeping with your armor?
No, I take it off, but it's not good if you don't sleep enough to wear armor. You can be tired.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just as a general rule of thumb, you're less prone to be aware of stuff. I mean, I guess you can use magic to make yourself awake, but normal
Is there?
non-magic people
I
cannot do
usually
that.
use coffee.
That works too, but coffee is going to be like a small burst.
This
Kinda.
conversation seems futile.
So who takes it?
Do you have
Portia's pulling out
fun?
2 knitting needles. It's like, I'm good for the next 4 hours.
So first round, Portia.
I'm going to take the second.
I can
Guys, don't
take
wanna
the
go with
last.
third?
No, that's 3 of us. We're good.
Oh, well, if you insist, I'll get a full night rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep for a lot of time too.
Yeah.
Let's remove that armor and sleep on our fur.
We can also do it in pair in case somebody is not really good at spotting stuff out. But
So you propose that we do 2 rounds instead?
no, we can just take 10 hour, like instead of the 6 hours of sleep, 10, the 8 hours of sleep instead. And anyway, the sun will come up at some point.
Ooh, like a buddy system. That way you don't feel too lonely.
Yeah. Or, well, since you're all in silence anyway, I'll be alone. So let's first night the 4 round we told about. So Portia, Vas, me, and Kaiser, I think. Is that the name?
Yes, but if it can like calm your nerve, I don't know your name either.
Insult.
I won't remember.
I guess
It sounds
so.
a bit like insult.
Yep, that's
Pretty
what
close.
I thought too.
Hmm?
And what Kaiser did is pretty much an insult.
Oh, don't worry. I travel with Vas.
That's so low. I like it. Okay, Kaiser, wake me up on your turn. I'm gonna help you out. No
Okay.
problem. Good
Well,
night.
I'm gonna, before I go to bed, I'm gonna do my magic thing and try and take a peek at the shipment. See if there's anything interesting going on with that.
Why do you care about this shipment? We're not thieves.
Well, I mean, I don't particularly care. It's just that Hansel seemed to care a lot. And then when I suggested whether we wanted to know what was going on with that, everyone was like, yeah, do it. So,
Doesn't seem like a good idea.
well, there's no harm in just taking a peek. I mean, chances are it's not interesting and we can just go on with our days or nights or whatever.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
So I'm going to take a seat since I'm going to be gone.
So while your eyes just go pitch white instead of the pitch black that they are usually, you you see in the cart that it's empty now. So it's been emptied from everything that it have, but there's a nail hanging out there. And roll me a D100.
Whoa.
92.
92.
Okay. You're right on the time where the second, because technically anybody who would empty a shipment would empty the 3 card at once. The second card didn't empty it. It's full of wood. And like Ansel said, you are at the moment where the guard opened the door. That was D100 for. And you just see that there's like, they enter a dagger at a specific point, and at some point it just pops out, and you see 2 people that have I was saying bracelets, but it's not bracelets, more like shackles. And these shackles have some special ornament on it. On one of the 2 people. One thing that you can receive there is that one of them is a hobgoblin, and the other is a drow lady, the one with the special ornament on. And from the aesthetic, look like the rich people from the big city from where you're from. And they are being carried away from the cart. But that's what you got from the vision. Give me a perception check.
5.
You see on a bracer, there's a symbol on it, but sadly you cannot describe it from where the nail is located.
Where is the bracer?
On on the lady that is in shackle.
Okay, she's wearing a bracer that has a symbol on it.
Yeah, but you sadly cannot recognize it. And from there, there's no more interesting thing in your vision.
Okay. So Revna will blink and her eyes will be back to how they usually look. And she'll go like, ooh, so that's really interesting. You guys want to know what I saw?
What is interesting?
So
Wanna know.
That second cart, it didn't just have lumber on it. They were smuggling 2 people who were wearing chains and shackles, and they both looked like they were from Jorhas. There was a hobgoblin and a drow lady.
Hmm.
The drow lady had like weird ornaments on her shackles, maybe. I mean, from what I know of drow, and I'll take a look at Kaiser. But, like, they do have inherent magic, I believe. So that might be why she's wearing those shackles as opposed to the other guy.
Maybe.
So do you want me to send this message to your boss?
I just think it's really interesting. They're smuggling 2 Shorhassian prisoners in for whatever reason. And that they're using the military to do it.
Well, if they're prisoners, I guess it's logic.
But why would they be prisoners? I thought the war was over.
It's not because the war is over that people does not arrest people for being criminals. And you don't shut down dozen and dozen of years of wars between 2 empires in a flick.
They could be political prisoners too.
Or spies?
No?
It would be an interesting thing to tell back to Astrid, I guess.
I've met some Jorhaitian, they're not all bad.
No, they really aren't.
Are you?
Hmm.
You said it with a tone of a... Alright. I went to Draconia once. It's weird to see a lot of Dragonborns like that. So, do you want me to send this message to your boss or not?
Why not?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that could be. Although technically she might not be the best archmage to receive it, but she's our boss, so.
Well, she's the only archmage I've met. And sending
Same.
message to people, it's only to
You
people
need to
I
know them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird we haven't met any of the other ones. I'd really like that.
If they're as pleasant, I'm fine.
So what do you want me to tell her about the 2 prisoners? I have 25 words to say to her.
Hmm.
Drow and hobgoblin Shorhassian prisoners smuggled in lumber shipment to Rexcentrum.
Escorted
Spotted.
by military.
Maybe we should tell her at around what time they would have arrived into the city. That way she can narrow it down.
And there's probably a
To
log at
what
the gate
shipment?
if to keep the
Yeah.
shipment like that. Good idea. All
Yeah, I
right.
think it fits within 25 words if we just say tonight at earlier tonight.
Hi, Hastrid. Hanselt here.
No introductions.
Well,
For
I think
Haitian prisoners. Cart from Odeslow. Escorted by military. Arrived at 8 at the North Gate.
At
Drow
Drow
of
and
Goblin.
yeah.
Sharhashians.
I've said what I've said.
Okay,
I'm out.
fine.
Oh. She answered back.
Wow, that was fast.
Damn.
Well, it's a common thing that you have to answer, which... Okay. So, she is going to send someone investigating. Please do not disturb again, if not important.
Seems like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
It has
without
a
her
charming
accent.
signature.
Yeah.
You did good. And I pull out a cookie for him.
Oh, yes! Thank you, Portia.
Let's go to sleep now.
Yep. Sorry, I just wanted to do that because then, if I didn't do it now, it would have been too late because I caught them right as they were
Unloading.
taking the prisoners out. So,
Good job.
Lucky guess.
Do you
Good
also
job.
want a cookie?
yeah.
Can you do that only 10 times since you have 10 fingers?
Let me actually check the feature. Because I'm like,
It's not only nails that have to be like hair or
it's once per long rest.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it takes a lot of energy. So, I have to get a really good night's sleep to be able to do it again. So, usually like around once a day.
But my question is still, after removing 10 nails, what happened?
Oh, it just grows back.
Oh. If somebody was to remove my claw, I would be really mad. I think I could die from that, actually.
Oh. Well, that sucks for you.
I know, right?
At least you don't know that
Yeah.
trick. But a pretty neat trick still.
Okay, I'm gonna go sleep on that.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep too.
All right. So, Portia, good knitting.
And I place my bedroll right next to Kaiser.
I guessed so.
And I'm going to place mine right on the other side of Kaiser.
Where's my solitude?
I'm not available.
In the night, Everlight's gonna go sleep on Kaiser.
No.
I survived worst.
Did you?
My edginess will make me get through this.
So Portia.
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
I will do my best. But my best is a whopping 21.
That's a good best.
Mm-hmm.
I lied, it's actually 22 my best, but
What?
So for a 21, you are. There's still a lot of people that want to make it maybe before midnight, so they can have a good night of sleep in a comfortable place. Because right now it is something that we are doing inside my games now. For once you are on adventure in traveling, when you're taking a long rest, you are taking a short rest. Except for the exhaustion part.
So we can't change our prepared spells.
No, for the preparations of spells and such, it's good. It's mostly for the healing and getting back spell slots.
Okay,
And exhaustion levels.
perfect. Not so perfect, but perfect.
Like, you don't lose exhaustion, but you won't be able to gain exhaustion as long as you are on adventure path.
Okay.
But lucky for you, you are 2 to 3 days out of the town. But for the rest of the night, that was mostly it for Portia. 21. There is. You just noticed that there's a lot of people that seems to be on foot, or on foot next to a horse in a small cart moving stuff, like maybe 1 or 2 children on it. Like, people seems to be moving. But that's pretty much from what you have. And for the rest of the night, there won't be any other checks because there won't be happening anything.
Okay. I'm just gonna swap a couple of prepared spells, but that's it.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, morning comes. And there's no... Well, let me roll for it. $54. It is a cloudy day, not raining, but still a humid one of the summer. It's like not really comfortable, but you're still walking.
At least it's not sunny.
Yes, I agree.
Could be sunny and humid.
True to that. And for the second day, let me roll 2. So we're now going with Shroud. Shroud, please roll me a d10.
Let's roll a d10.
9. Okay. So you arrive second day. You, from what you've done for the road that you've walked during the day for the 8 hours straight. Do you guys want to push it? Because usually traveling rules are about you do your travel for 8 hours. If you travel beyond that, you would be getting exhaustion. And you would be arriving tomorrow around 11 in the morning if you just take it now. If you take your dress up camp for now.
Did we get a time frame that we have to respect for the
mission? No.
The mission? No. So I start unloading because I think we're gonna go to sleep. Not caring about what the others think.
I still think it's better we can push it.
You want us to push it?
No.
Why would we do that?
No, I asked you not to push it. For
yeah, no problem.
That's your first time on the road.
Oh yeah, I think I heard like Shroud did. I heard you say that we were better off pushing it, and I was
No.
just kind of go like, yeah. Okay, well you're the boss here, so.
When I bring up a point,
No, come on, don't insult us.
I'm not insulting. I'm actually saying that if you wait a day more, the corpse will be more decomposed, so it's going to be harder to analyze it. It's just
Do we look
detail.
like
If you're trusting your medicine skills?
Well, here's the thing. It'll
If
be
any.
harder to analyze, but if we're too tired to analyze it when we get there, then that's not really better, is it?
No, I'm just bringing up the point. I'm all up for a good night's sleep.
Yeah, actually, if we sleep now and we arrive tomorrow at lunch, something like that, well, it's gonna be the same thing as if we arrive now in the night and we have to go to sleep before checking the bodies.
True that.
Pretty sure we should go
Yeah.
sleep.
Or if we
I
check
just
the
also
body
s-
when we arrive, then we'll be too tired to like actually make a good assessment of it.
And I suggest we check the bodies before we eat.
You. Why? So we sleep
Because-
here. It's fine.
Yes, you can go to sleep, Shroud.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't want to see a dead
Why?
body on the full
Because
stomach.
it can upset your stomach and you might puke on the body.
Are you talking for yourself?
I did once. No issue with
Okay.
that. That's why I also know it's not a good idea.
Hmm.
So, how you find it being hounds?
To who is he asking the question?
Yes, why do you want to speak with us?
Because he
Gosh,
seems like a nice guy.
I'm the problem with. I'm the one with people, bro.
No, I said that you both had people skill issues.
True. Well, you don't have to answer and go to sleep between your two friends if you'd like.
That's an insult.
It's not your
I'm
friends.
already slowly scooting over towards Kaiser. Like set my bedroll next to his.
Portia's in the background unrolling a thread, by the way, like on the ground, but don't mind her. She's like not participating, doing her thing.
I just want to understand why you want to know us. What is it to you?
We're traveling together. We're working a case together. I want to know if you like your job or not, because if you don't like it, my back might not be as covered as I think.
Do you
Well-
like your job, Hansel?
Yeah,
What is it you do, by the way?
mostly monster hunting.
Is it what you did, Vess, before arriving in Rexentrum?
Amongst
You
other
knew
things.
him. Oh. That's really interesting. Tell me more about that. What's like an interesting thing you hunted?
She's asking the question to who?
To both of you.
Okay.
You go first.
Oh, so now you don't want to answer, but you expect us to answer.
I just know I have a better story for the end.
I'm just gonna like elbow Kaiser and go like, see how I redirected the question to him? Maybe shut up, you know?
You won't get cookies if you don't play nice with each other.
Thanks,
Well,
Portia.
I mean, the last thing I worked, I'd rather not talk about it.
So now I am the one with no skill with social interaction.
Well, I mean, I never actually wanted to talk about that, and it was brought, and I was expected to answer. But you know what? Just to prove that you actually have people skill issues, I'm gonna share the story.
And then
Or
I
maybe
just
that was
give
your
a
intention, and
little
you're actually
elbow.
mind tricking me.
I give a little elbow to Revenant at my left, like, I did it too.
I can see that. She's just kind of like following this exchange, going like,
Okay. Well, it was near home, but far enough that it was not my usual place, I guess. And there were signs of missing people, and first,
We have a bad time hearing you.
really? Okay, I'm gonna. Is it better?
Yep.
Okay, but also, just V wants to know if you want me to actually tell a story or just like pretend I'm telling a story. Okay, just because. Okay, so there were signs of disappearance. Usually, those would have been attributed to, well, the wildlife, except that in all the cases, there was a little stone that was found, and it wasn't long before people started thinking it might have been like weird beliefs or something of the occult nature. So they reached out to people that hunt monsters, and um, when I got there, the whole place felt wrong. I don't know how to put that. I guess you guys would say like there's weird magic in the air. For me, it just felt like wrong. Like there was people that used things they should not have been using to hurt people, and there was a lot of scorching on the ground as well, which at first led me to believe that the people that disappeared had been disposed of with fire. Um, However, that got out the window when I found a fresh body, and on the body they had carved runes, uh, which I don't know if they chose to use that language or if their belief are aligned with that language. But it basically said something along the line of redemption. And we followed up, because obviously I was not alone on that, and we followed up the trail, which we had very little, but someone was able to do something similar to Revna with like scrying thing from the stone that we found, and which turned out to be like a not a puppet, but like a weird altar thing, statue at thingy, which they used as a focus to keep an eye on the place. So I guess he counters cried. Is that a thing? And eventually we ended up in the lair of the thing, and it turns out that the worst monsters are not monsters, and they're human, and they are weird people with cults that kill people for fun. That's the end of the story. Yay. So that was my last hunt.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
Hmm.
I guess it's a good thing you moved up with the Cerberus assembly then.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Change of base. Thank you for the help. Like I said, it's from what I'm part of that giving a hand.
You said you had a better story.
That's true.
Nah, it was just to push you around. But a story for a story, huh? So a story from hunts and a story for where you learn to do those things with your nails. Ravna?
No. The deal is that you tell a story.
True. And after you tell me how you find it in the Cerberus assembly. Or you
What's
just
the initial deal?
really sucky at doing deals.
I
How
can tell you
come?
a story.
It's a good thing you're not a merchant.
Or a warlock. Are you a warlock?
I'm not. Scout promise. You're already not something normal into the Cerberus assembly being your origins inside those ranks. Anyway, story
So-
talking. Last hunt. Last hunt was a member of the order disappeared. And when this person disappeared was on a hunt with ghosts. A haunted place where it was supposed to be an easy mission. Somebody was desecrating the place, it would be just to take this person out or prisoner and bring it back and cleanse the area. On site, seems that it was not only one person that was doing the whole thing. You know, spirits, they can possess people. And it was maybe the fourth person to go on this mission to be sure to bring back. And then they sent someone who can protect himself from possession. Me. And I had to kill 4 members of my order because these creatures possessed them. I was able to save one of them by removing the possession of him. And if you... Well, you seem... Does everybody wield magic here? Okay. That's pretty neat stuff to go about these things. Magic missiles being the most effectives. But the thing is that if they have a grasp on you and you lack of willpower, like if you're easy to disrupt your minds of doing things, well, they mostly are the new owner of your body. So, hunting things is not really fun, except that you have to save people. You have the opportunity to save people, like where we're going right now. If this continues, these murders or animal, wildlife, whatever. There's also the vampire spawn story that was... They won't be establishing themselves like in Naudislow. I don't think it's going to be vampire spawn. There's too much running water around.
So,
What's your
You-
story then? Did you just maybe get possessed because you had no magic missile on yourself?
No, because I have divine magic to protect my spirit to being possessed from that. And I use that magic also to clear one of my partners that was possessed and cleanse the place.
So, if you get possessed by a ghost, what do you do to undo that?
Usually there's a moment where their possession is being weakened. Like if they don't have full control. You have a glimpse of a moment to try to take your body back. And if you succeed, if you are able to have a scroll or any objects that can protect you from any planar influence, the spell is called Protection Against Evil. You are immune to those kind of stuff. It's a pretty basic spell. So if you see spirits, better to have that on if you don't want to get sneaked, because they're also invisible creatures.
Oh.
So we're going to a city that claims to have spirits, so we're better having some form of protection ourselves too.
Anybody can see invisibility here?
No, but I can protect myself from evil as well.
Good thing. I also suggest to do these spells on the most dangerous person in your party.
That
Because
would be
if
Shroud.
you're the one possessed,
Whoa, come on. That's really not a nice thing to say about me, you know? I'm not dangerous, you know?
I haven't said your name.
I did.
No, you said my name.
Oh,
Yeah, Kaiser did.
But you should have said it. You should know I'm dangerous, man.
You're dangerous.
No, I'm not dangerous, Kaiser.
Yes, you are.
No, but we don't know him. He needs to think I am, but not you.
you're hounds. You're automatically dangerous people.
Even me?
Especially you.
You are
Yeah,
the
especially for
scariest
sure.
one. Because you don't look like you're dangerous.
Well, I'm just a seamstress.
a dangerous seamstress.
If you're hanging out with Vess, you're dangerous.
Well, They do say who you hang out with says a lot about who you are.
So, Fess, is that last job you went on the reason you quit and became a hound?
I don't know if I actually quit. Do I get to quit?
It's
I don't think I
hard
get.
to quit.
I don't get to quit. I had to change a career.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's put it that way. A change of career.
Suspicious.
Not really. Happens all the time. I mean, I was a guard, then I got that career, then I'm a hound, which actually looks a little more like being a guard. But
I think she's more paid also.
I mean, it's not hard to be more paid.
Not doing it for the money.
No, but money buys armor, and armor protects me. So
So,
also, technically, we filled our end of the bargain. So that means that you would need to answer.
the nail stuff and how Kaiser find the Cerberus assembly.
Why do you want to know about me?
Because you're the one who don't want to talk.
Okay, well, I can break the ice with the nail stuff. So when I was little, I was playing making mud pies, but then I banged my finger with a rock accidentally and my nail fell out. And I cried a lot because it really fucking hurt. But then I realized that the nail that was left behind, I could see through. Yeah, that's how it came to be, honestly.
You see Hansel look at all the others to see like the reaction.
Vess is clueless. She doesn't know jack shit about how magic works.
The weave works in mysterious ways.
I do not care.
At this point, it seems normal, I think.
That seems very Revna.
So here we go.
Good.
Now you know.
Well, it's a neat trick.
It
And,
comes in handy. Get it? Because it's a nail that comes from my hand.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Two of you are getting your cookies for those jokes.
You see, Kaiser, he's really funny. I like him.
So, Doc, mysterious wizard, please tell me, why are you with the Cerberus Assembly? Except for your lack
Well-
of self-esteem, and you have to study for it.
That's an insult.
Yes, it is.
I was about to answer you, but now I don't want it.
It's a deal.
And you insulted me also, so we're even.
Also, you both showed your dick. Now, please answer the question, Kaiser.
Well, it's simple. I was born in Ransk Centrum. I have magical capabilities. I was trained to be a wizard for the Cerberus Assembly. Easy as that.
The question was, do you like it also?
Don't I spark of joy?
Not exactly how I would have put it.
Full of it.
Then you have your answer.
Good.
I can make you spark of joy. And I
It's
just
okay. No, don't.
No,
don't.
I still do it. I just make a mage and appear, and it's invisible, and I go tickle my Kaiser.
I want to do a Constitution saving throw.
When he said the now you know the answer, could I have insight checked Kaiser?
If Kaiser is deceiving, yes, of course.
Well, I'm asking you because I don't want to know if he's deceiving me.
He's the one. And the Phoenix
great.
Slayer's rating with 17 people. Nice to see you over there. We're having a fire camp chat with our crew that you can see over there. And Kaiser is doing his constitution check.
Yes, because I don't want to be tickled. Saving throw.
Here.
Ha ha ha! And I
Wow.
don't
Somebody's
laugh.
not ticklish.
That's not funny.
By the way, I'm just doing the quick shout outs to our friends, the Phoenix Slayer that just rated us. They're doing a really amazing event of gathering money for Le Camp. and they're doing
Oh.
streams part where you can pay $25 to be part of one game. And I know that there is a game about François Pérus, if you're a fan of it.
Wow.
So I know it's Ogan also that's been here earlier. Nice to see you there, Maître Robin. And we'll follow up with our little scene that we have at the campfire. And well, we were mostly ending. So
the two princess of that slept yesterday, you're up for the round tonight?
Fine.
We could roll a dice or something like that to see who's gonna take the turn tonight. Yesterday is another day. We just work with what we have in hand now.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No, there was
Oh,
a rotation.
Sure. But
There
if I
was a
do it,
rotation
I'm-
called.
I'm sorry since I injured my nail with a rock when I was a child. I can't really do parchment boulder shear because I have, this trauma with boulders.
Which is
Okay, I'm doing
I
it with
guess.
Shroud then.
yeah. But what happens if I win or if you win? I'm not sure I understand the game.
You pick if you sleep or not.
I definitely sleep if I win.
So,
Rock,
boulder,
paper.
parchment, shears.
Ah, sorry. Let's do it again.
Boulder, parchment, shears. Haha.
Ah, come on.
No, you're doing the wiki. I'm going sleepy.
Okay, I'll take the first round. I don't mind.
Shroud,
What?
here. Maybe this will cheer you up. Because, Kaiser sparks joy. And I'm going to cast Presto and make sparks erupt from Kaiser.
I just start laughing.
I have a smile, a little, like a nudge here.
Oh,
it's blinding. It's
Oh my
blinding.
god. We're blinded by the light.
He kept his smile to keep us away from the blinding radiance.
Yeah, that was fun. So I can take the first turn, no problem. I'm gonna be with Everlight anyway.
Well, technically, you need to be up with someone else as well.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
gonna
like-
be up with Everlight.
the goddess.
Yeah, no, he's
Nothing less. Okay, I can take the second watch since I slept the entire night yesterday. It's fine.
And Portia need to sleep too. So,
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna enjoy. Just gonna sit here. Oh yeah, I just made some tea while you were chatting.
oh yeah.
And she's just gonna sit down and meditate there, like on her little corner of bedroll, which she just like puts on 2 pounds. So it's really comfy for her. And while everybody was doing their thing and having their chat, she casted alarm on a 20 feet square around the place for a loud alarm if something comes up. But she didn't tell anyone.
Perfect. Sorry. And sorry. When you go around and when everybody's going to sleep, someone well, let me roll for it on the last 3 that haven't. Actually, Portia, you are when you do your circle around and such, you see that when Ansel goes to bed, there's you have a little ritual that you remember from the night before. You always write down in a journal. And when he says like note to self, you say it out loud, like bring your grandmother on trips, snacks, and cookies.
I smile a bit and thinking, and I keep a little note in my head to make sure that when it comes for breakfast, he has a little extra treat.
Yeah. And he always have this lantern next to him. And one thing you notice also, you notice with he sleeps with the ring inside his hand.
Like-
The ring of the lantern.
Mhm.
He clasps on it when he sleeps.
Is the lantern still on? Like
Yeah,
this
there's
is
always emanating, but well, when it goes to sleep, it still emanates a small red light, but it's not something that disturbs someone who would like to try to sleep.
That's curious. Um, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna take a few steps back, away from everyone. Cast myself a little detect magic and take a closer look afterwards at the lantern, see if it's magical or not.
Then, from what you, how does your, does your detect magic look like?
My
Is it
detect
objects?
magic.
Is it
So what happens is that in a certain way, to see the weave of magic, you have to be closer to it. And so, holding a couple of her needles, she quickly like makes an eye band that kind of like glimmers with arcane power, with this like this fading blue purple light over her eyes.
okay?
Yeah.
So I invite you to click. Well, you just spend your spell points for it.
Yeah.
And you cast it, and you see that it is magic. And from the school that it is, let me just check up over here. It is from the school of divination.
Portia, like I'm looking at like, interesting. Oh, it's good to keep what you know close to your heart. That she goes on to her merry business.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, Shroud's at first. Ravna take the second round. Who takes third and fourth?
I don't mind doing third and fourth.
I can take third or fourth.
Okay.
We can be buddies for a couple of hours.
Yeah, true. You have both half health and people with you. So, Vess, would you be awake at the third or the fourth?
The third.
Okay. So Portia and Vess, I will. You are being wake up by Ravna for your watch, and at some point, well, do you want to discuss anything while there's only you two awake?
Well, I think I'm gonna start knitting stuff while we're like keeping watch. I'm like, so you and Anselt, you've been together for a while now?
Well, I mean, we traveled for a little while before coming to Rexcentrum.
Mhm.
You guess you could say I was sort of acting as a armed escort, sort of, but not really, but sort of.
Makes sense. You made a curious pair, the two of you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel that the way you are and the way he is with his words makes for some funny moments.
I guess. I mean, yeah, from the exterior, it must be kind of funny.
It is. It is. I was really trying not to, how can I say, poke my head in while the a lot of you were talking about your past experiences, but despite all of that, both of you went through some pretty difficult affairs.
Uh, well, I mean, kind of comes with the territory of the job I used to have.
Mhm.
Technically, as I said, I don't think I could quit, but yeah, it comes with the territory. Just monster hunting is fun, not? It comes with a lot of those scenes. The one that you keep in your mind when you go to sleep. So,
It's much more terrifying and a much worse of a nightmare than a difficult customer. I can imagine.
I mean, I don't think I got more people skilled than, or at least I like to think I do, more than Enselt, but I still don't think I got clientele people skilled. So honestly, clients terrify me.
They terrified me at first as well, but after a few decades, I started to get the hang of it. More often than not, let them do the talking and be welcoming to what they have to say. And if they feel welcome, they kind of open themselves up to you and they start trusting you.
I'll remember that. That actually is a solid piece of advice, and I'll put it in efficiency more than like in a few decades. I don't have as many decades as you do.
Yeah, I don't have that many decades left myself.
Yeah. So tell me, what did you do before, like, because I can't imagine you've been in seamstress all the time. Not with your abilities.
Well, I wasn't as refined as I am now, let's say. My family wasn't too well off when things started off. And, well, my mom was a seamstress as well, but she was closer to the fabric, while I was much more interested in the tools we used. And I remember she would be looking for me when I was younger and find me in scrap yards and trying to look at the back of blacksmiths' shops, trying to find little things I could use so I could make maybe my own set of tools as a seamstress. Must say I didn't have the best hand for the job, so I tried to get better tools to make up for what I think I lacked. But yeah, no, that obsession, I'd say, with making up for what I lacked with my own fingers is what made me be much more attuned with what I hold as a tool. Oh yeah.
And at the end of that sentence, I will ask Portia and Vest to give me a perception check.
Okay.
And it is DC 20.
What the?
Can I use a floating D4 if
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
any?
I was
I
about
don't
to
Yeah,
have
there
to
was
say it.
there was one that was not attributed from DM Cravat.
I will politely take it in that case.
Yeah, I
All right.
rolled like shit all evening.
Oh wow, I succeeded. What a surprise.
Let's go. So, at first, Vest, you're concentrating on the part of Portia, crafting things to patch her own weakness of, or how to be better at what you want to do. So you're inside your head for that moment, but one thing that Portia
Oh no.
in the far distance, at first you thought you didn't saw anything, and then you take a second, you like close your eyes to maybe adjust to the darkness instead of like not looking at the fire.
Put on my glasses.
And in that far distance, you see a reflection on ice, on something that is low to the ground. And then you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So of those reflection coming up. And you see one of those reflection goes from the ground and stands up to maybe 6 feet tall. But these eyes are really large. And as it comes around, you see all these shapes are cornering all around. They're encircling the encampment. As you just hear a as a pack of wolves is going for the encampment. And with that,
No.
we'll answer tonight's game.
It's coming.
Obviously,
have
bonding before we get destroyed.
There you go. We'll be our own pack of wolves by the end of this.
Yeah.
From what you've seen, there seems to have one larger wolf in there. That is,
Dire wolf?
More dire.
yep,
That
it's
does not
the
seem
size
more
of a dire wolf. And for the rest, it seems to be normal wolves, but there's 6 of them.
All right. Remember how I said I set up an alarm? I said the creatures that would be excluded would be the 7 of us. Well, the 6 of us, including
Insult.
Insult. Singer's not this one of the 7 people I've identified, so I deploy Singer and I make him stumble upon the closest line, and it just starts a loud ring to wake everyone up.
Well, that will be your first turn because you
Yeah,
will just
alright.
not be surprised on the next
Okay.
since you succeed
My bad,
on your.
my bad.
No
Yeah.
problem, no problem. So since we're going out of this game, we'll do our quick wrap up. A lot of role play this game and just to get to know a bit of each other. And since it's been a while since we had our
Been a while.
we had our Christoph. Well, it's nice to see our Grumpy have.
I made sure I was extra grumpy today.
So how do you
Always
like
fun.
your game, my dear Christoph?
Yes. Oh well, I liked it. I always find it suspicious when people ask about BG and like, yes, I will speak about my background, and I was like, no, I don't know that dude. I don't care. I won't speak about who I am. So I had fun with that. I wish we had like a little fight, and I hoped in my heart that Revnat like made a mistake with the guards in the caravan, and we had to save her or like just be a part of this thing. But besides that, I enjoy the play around it.
Nice. But well, let's follow up with Revna. Ari, how did you like your freaking
I had a
Kill
fun
Goblin?
time.
Love it.
I mean, if you have cantrips that don't cost any spell points or spell slots, might as well use them for bullshit, which is what I did. But no, I had a good time. It was like, yeah, it was a roleplay heavy session, but I enjoyed that roleplay. I even made Kaiser smile a little bit, so
A little bit.
you know, highlight of my game of this entire campaign so far.
Making Kaiser smile.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And I'm also intrigued about that tiefling I met at the beginning.
Yeah, I am too, in fact.
Oh.
And we'll go with Portia or Cave. How did you
Yeah.
like your game?
And I had a good time. It was really good to have our local ray of sunshine, Kaiser, back in action. And what he was saying about being extra grumpy, I'm like, well, you missed 2 games, so you went triple distilled for the grumpiness to make up for it, and that's how I like it. No, it was a good time. I'm happy we're going on the journey. We're going outdoorsing on the route. It's one of the classic tropes of D&D, and we've kind of, with the magic of teleportation, avoided it. So here we are, finally going back to the roots of travel. And if I can interject, as a DM, when I had like people doing watch and they'd do things, what I would do is like, the 2 of you are on the same watch, you have 1 minute to chat and catch up about each other. Then let them do a quick seed. Then I'm like, all right, next thing. So that every night they would have somebody like be forced 2 people to intermingle. But yeah, that was a good thing you did. I liked it.
Well, usually in between games, I ask my players to think about a question they want to ask to another party member next session. So even if it does not happen or the situation doesn't appear, you would still have in a like either a dead time or walking, and you would have a question to get to know each other and to like if I have to prep anything as a DM, like you're talking. I had the map ready, prepping all the stuff, so I would not have to bother doing it. And also listening to what you're saying, doing your own character development, like Portia going for Vass for how did it feel there, just like living a life and such. So, and also the question back what Portia was doing beforehand, since she's so aged and all that. And even that we didn't discuss in our own, so it's how you build your own character, as I say, because yes, we talk about background at the beginning of the game, but you define how you want to play it in the end as you're walking the road. So yes, I like to have those just little chit chats that you want to do before. And since there is, I'm skipping most of the turns because like, oh, do a perception check for this, do a perception check for that for each round. I'm like, I'm only doing a perception check and see who's taking which guard, and I rolled already beforehand to see who's gonna have the thing.
Smart, efficient. I like it.
So let's follow up with Shroud. That was the tickler of this session.
It was a nice session. I rather calm on my side, even if I just do my shit sometime. But no, I enjoyed the roleplay time we have together. So these kind of events are nice for me too. I'm eager to see where it leads up now that we're on a new mission, that we have some walk to do, stuff like that. So I like it. Yeah,
a bit more adventuring. And yes,
Yeah.
I can't wait to show you like you pass a tutorial at the really beginning, and then you have some hunch on stuff that's happening in the world. But since you were teleported or such, it does not affect your direct vicinity where you're living. So now we're getting more into the. It was nice to see all of the meat around the bone, and now you're going a bit more about what the story's going to be, about what I want to bring you. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool actually. And it was nice to be all together now, since it was like 3 sessions that we were not a full party, and
yes, I hope next time will be good in 2 weeks. So let's end up with our Vest, that the one is in charge of this mission, and will be a bit more maybe on charge next week in 2 weeks.
I tried, but like I also have Vivian has a big issue with like taking spotlight, so that's something I need to work on. I had a lot of fun. Thank you for putting me on the spot, having to like invent a story that I did not prepare for. But that's cool. I mean, I do like spinning tales on the go, which like I think I did okay. Was mysterious enough, and so. But I had a lot of fun, like the scene, the whole interaction of like. Honestly, I kind of see Anselt and like Kaiser sort of foil for one another, so that's really interesting as like interaction, because they feel similar yet different. So that's kind of cool. Revna and like her little trick with like the nails and like her doing it and like going, okay, like fuck it, I'm throwing it, was really nice. And like Shroud being a goofball that brings like a lot of light to the party is always nice.
I just want to say, like, you could have fooled me with the story Vest told, because, like, I thought that was prepared. So good job.
Oh, thanks. No, that was improvised.
Yeah, no, good job. That's why I'm like, holy shit. Okay, I thought that was actually like something you might have like read from your backstory or something. So
Yeah, I'm like, wait, didn't I hear this story already? You're like, this sounds very like, yeah, this is what I'm all about. Then you ask me about me, I'm like, time to bullshit stuff.
so yeah, good job, Viv.
Thanks.
Good job. And these roleplay session, I like that. Like, as much as I like the action, I don't like the action that are meaningless. So just the little trick that Revna did and such. It's not that it was if any encounter would have been, it would be meaningless. I do random encounters because they're all part of the world and to give you hints about what's happening. So it's just like a lot of people into roleplay sessions, they seem to either backseat, and I know that mostly. I don't know why, but why Vess is being in charge and in spotlight when she have hard time grabbing the spotlight and such. Not on purpose at all. Potato heart. But I really like the game. Really like hearing like more about how you view your own characters, because we talked about it, but how you play and how you view it right now after now 8 sessions. It's really nice to see and how it grows. So next week we have Insurrection, where we have our Star Wars game. Stay tuned also on the Facebook page for the second shot of that ladies' night that we have, a supernatural themed Fate Core playing game. And myself, I'm gonna try. I've passed the day reading the Daggerheart system. Oh, little kitty cat. The Daggerheart system, and I'm gonna do one tryout games with friends in real life to try the system first before maybe doing it into stream. And Phil is one of them that I want to invite with Elo and Emily, that is also on the other side. But for the Daggerheart, the new system of Critical Role, I love a lot about this system. It's a mix of the Fate Core system, the Fantasy Flight Star Wars, Fantasy Flight system in general, and the D&D. It's not unfamiliar to D&D with the classes, origins and stuff, heritage. So yeah, maybe more Daggerheart might comes to the channel eventually. Well, for tonight, I'm tired, and let's see who we can raid pretty quickly tonight. If you want to go to a banquet of LARP, I know that there's on the 23rd. You said there was a banquet of Ascension.
Yeah, the 23rd. In 1 week.
In 1 week.
In some days.
In some days. You're good on the prep, you said earlier, right?
Yes, I am.
I know. It's in good hands, and now you have the brains. I think.
Somewhat.
All right, raid. Who's up there? Let's go with part 3 of Feywild Adventure. Brilliant rune. Okay, here. Okay, let's go for the dungeon run game for the raid. Dungeon run. Here you go. And well, see you next week for the French and Game Insurrection. And well, as I always say at the end of the streams, may your fumbles become epic stories. Ciao, people. And we're doing awkward bye-bye to the camera when the stream's gonna end in 2, 1, and we out.